In today's video, we're going to be covering how to use Giant Wizard to get huge loot consistently at Town Hall 9. Yo, what's up guys, it's Jason with Gaming here. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to use Giant Wizard at Town Hall 9. This strategy is incredibly strong, and you don't need high level heroes or troops to use it to get a massive amount of loot. Seriously, like all of my troops are pretty much Town Hall 8 level. I have a baby queen level 5, king still level 10, so as you can see, pretty much a Town Hall 8, but still pulling off massive loot at Town Hall 9. And so this is what the composition does look like. As you can see, nothing too crazy. If I was to get Clan Castle troops, my personal preference is Giants, probably the second one being Wizards. So nothing too crazy, but the plan for today, guys, is to break down 2 replays to show you guys how I do it, and then we're going to be doing live attacks for the rest of the video. So if you guys enjoy, and if you learned something, I would really appreciate it if you guys do leave a like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into it. For attack number 1, we are hitting Jezerabi. As you can see, it is a Town Hall 10, pretty rushed. And the things that I'm looking for when using this attack strategy is I'm looking for around 500 plus gold or elixir and a couple thousand dark elixir. That's ideal. Sometimes, of course, maybe you're just not able to always find that, but ideally 500 plus of each. That's what I'm always looking for. So for this one, as you can see, it is more or less a ring base. It's a pretty rushed Town Hall 10. And I always like to try to find the easiest route to get into the core of the base and try to take out the splash damage as soon as possible. So what I did here is I'm going to go ahead and place my giants down first. So view your giants as just a wall of tanks, because the sauce in this attack is really all in the wizards. So what you're going to go ahead and do is, so I place the giants down, and then I'm going to follow up with them with a wall breaker to go ahead and break in, and then I'm going to place my wizards as well as my heroes to go ahead and help them break in as well. So I'm going to drop a heal through these splash damages. As you can see, we just took out a bomb tower, and there's just a lot of splash in here. So I'm going to go ahead and drop an early heal, and I'm really just trying to drop a lot of my heroes and like the wizards and barbarians inside the core. And something that I do like to do, guys, is I like to save some wizards and archers to just honestly just put around the side of the base, so that way they can just kind of walk down the edge while the giants are taking care of the main core. And that way I can just get some extra value and take care of the base in a much cleaner fashion. So as you can see, I'm just healing and raging as need be. I do like to use a rage whenever there's a ton of high HP buildings such as storages, clan castles, and really just the town hall as well. Those are great times to drop a rage because they are just so tanky. As you can see, I did kind of leave the queen here hanging, and to be honest, guys, the queen isn't really that deadly in this attack. Of course, it's a force to be reckoned with, but it really, you have so many tanks with all the giants and everything that you really don't have to worry about it too much, because the giants are pretty much just going to be taking the brunt of all the damage, and the wizards and the archers and barbarians are pretty much just going to be falling up behind everything else. So this is going to wrap up to be 3 stars here. Some solid loot, really can't complain with this one. Let's go ahead and break down attack number 2. So for replay number 2, we are hitting a Town Hall 9 Gucci Green. And this is a better example of how I like to spread my troops on the exterior side of the base, and really just let the wizards and the archers push along the side of the base along the giants as they push in through the core. So as you can see, I broke in here, and I broke in on this side because, as you can see, a lot of the resources buildings are right here, and it just made the most sense, and it's a relatively easy access to go ahead and get into the core here. So I just want to make sure I secured all these collectors first, and then as you can see, on the bottom here, I've deployed some wizards to go ahead and walk down the side, and at the top here, I'm also deploying some archers and wizards to go down the side as well. What you're going to see here shortly is I actually placed a pretty bad heal. I thought the giants were going to pretty much path to the center, and boom, that's the heal right there that I was talking about. Pretty bad. I should have been a little bit more patient and see where they would have went. And something on the left here that you guys should also take note of is you can see my king's getting pretty weak. and there's a multitude of defenses now hitting him, and so what I should have done is hit his ability now. And the thing is you want to make sure it's better to pop your king's ability earlier rather than later, and the reason being is because you don't want his ability to go to waste and his rage to go to waste, because as you're going to see is he's going to fall and his rage is still active, but he's just not able to use it anymore because he has now fallen. So this is a good heal and rage here in the core because there's a lot of high HP buildings, so that's good on that part. Froze the queen because she was dealing a lot of damage and there was no wizards over here following up on that. And truly, I think I would have 3-starred this base if I had Town Hall 9 level troops or just better spell placement as a whole. Some small mistakes, but nonetheless, I got a huge amount of loot on this raid, so I really can't complain. So even though it's not 3 stars, I don't care. I got a huge amount of loot, and that's all I really care about. So let's go ahead and do some live attacks. Alrighty guys, time for some live attacks, and as you can see, I do have some giants and a free spell in the CC, so that's always nice. And we're going to be shooting for some pretty solid loot here, preferably Dark Elixir and Elixir are my 2 main priorities right now, because I really need to upgrade my lab, and I'm really trying to get my heroes upgraded as soon as I can. So this actually isn't a bad one. Looks like a pretty dead base, as you can see by all of the storages being empty, and it's a pretty, I would say it's not entirely rushed, but it's not max. I'd say it's at the halfway point for a 9, like defensively, like defensive towers wise. So let's go ahead and see how we want to hit this base. Let's just go ahead and check if there's any clan castle. Don't think there is. Okay, yep, none in there. And okay, what we're gonna go ahead and do is attack from this bottom side. Actually, where's all the bomb towers at? Okay, let's go ahead and attack from this bottom side here. And because that's where the bomb tower is, as well as the wizard tower. Okay, cool. So we broke in, and now what we're going to go ahead and do is follow up with the troops around here. Oops, I just dropped my heroes. Cool. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is spread these around. And what we're going to go ahead and do now is heal right here because they're on the bomb tower. And nice. Okay. Alright, so we broke in. That's what we want to see. And let's go ahead and drop a couple more wizards in here. And let's go ahead and drop 1, 2, 3. And because we just want to go ahead and take out that wizard tower as soon as we can. Don't want it to mess around with our troops too much. And okay, let's go ahead and go right here. Make sure we snipe off this dark elixir right here. And okay, what we're going to go ahead and do right here is heal and rage, just because those are a lot of high HP buildings. Hopefully my queen goes ahead and steps up a little bit. Okay, nice. So she is. That's exactly what we want to see. And okay, so the wizards are going in here. Let's go ahead and drop a heal right here just because of that wizard tower. They should be going in and just absolutely crushing it in there. Gonna go ahead and rage up the king because he's taking up a lot of damage. He's gonna go down here shortly, which isn't ideal, but it does happen. I wish I saved those archers a little bit more because I feel like I could have sniped off some of these buildings. And let's go ahead and poison this queen. And let's go ahead and freeze right here. Buy my queen some time. Hopefully, come on, queen. Okay, we're gonna have to rage her up. But the giants, they bought her enough time for the giants to go ahead and pull up to her. So this is looking pretty good for 3 stars right here. And boom, some pretty decent loot. And a 3-star. I really can't complain with that. We really did a good job of adapting there at the end. Saving the queen with the freeze. And those clan castle giants really just came in clutch right there. They did not die. Some pretty solid spell placement that raid. And let's go ahead and look at the final tally of all the loot from this raid and see how we did. So we're looking at 467 and 2000 Dark Elixir. Really can't complain. Let's go ahead and get ready for the next attack. So I meant to start recording earlier, but honestly, I just did a random search and this is actually the first result, so I can't really complain with this one. We're just gonna go ahead and hit it. It looks pretty dead, as you can see again by the collectors being empty. But with that being said, let's go ahead and look where we want to go ahead and hit this base. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit it from the bottom here, and the reason being is because I just want to go ahead and get rid of that splash damage as early as I can. Let's go ahead and spread out these wizards, kind of create the funnel right there. And what we're going to go ahead and do is, as they create this funnel, I'm going to go ahead and drop the heroes. And let's go ahead and drop an early heal just to go ahead and get everything going in there. And let's go ahead and get one more wizard over here just to go ahead and help create that funnel. And okay, cool. We're going to go ahead and break in here using these wall breakers. Okay, so that should be in. Nice. And we're going to have to drop another early heal. Ooh, I feel like that could have been placed a little bit better, to be honest. And let's go ahead and drop another wall breaker in there. And let's go ahead and drop rage up this king as well. And okay, so it looks like the core of this base is going to be kind of interesting, just because it looks like there's a lot of just space in there. So we have 14 archers to play with, and I think we're pretty much just going to do a hard push here on this right side with the giants. And let's go ahead, and I'm just getting ready for this rage. Ooh, that bomb right there, that is painful. Alright, let's go ahead and drop this heal. And okay, we'll save this rage for a little bit later. And what we're going to go ahead and do is just do a hard push on this side and just really just hope for the best. So we're just going to put a bunch of archers. And okay, so let's go ahead and drop this rage in there. Get them going through this core as soon as we can. Another bomb doing a huge amount of damage to all of the wizards, unfortunately, but this is looking like to be 3 stars. It was pretty much like a Town Hall 8. It looks like a fresh Town Hall 9, but again, it's farming. It doesn't really matter as long as we can pull off the loot. That's all I care about. This strategy is incredibly good. Like I said, even though I pretty much have Town Hall 8 troops for the most part, it just works. It really does. So let's go ahead and do one more attack here and see how that goes. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and see what base we go up against next and see what we find here. And let's see if we can chop off the rest of these raids with a big one to finish it off. That's what would be ideal. Okay, unfortunately that one just looks a little bit too high level given that my troops are still very low level. That one just doesn't have enough loot. So let's go ahead and keep searching here and trying to find one that is worth our time, because that's the biggest thing here, guys, is really just having discipline and finding a base that's worth your time. And this one is definitely worth it because 5k dark elixir and 700 elixir, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Gold's a little bit lower, but I'm not really focused on gold right now. So with that being said, let's go ahead and put a giant and a wizard on that. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is put the rest of these giants over here on this left side. And let's go ahead and start breaking in. So I'm going to go ahead and start dispersing a lot of these wizards and some of these barbarians. Come on, we need to break in. Gonna go ahead and put the heroes down. So unfortunately the giants did take a little bit of a bigger split than I wanted them to, but alright, we're gonna go ahead and put down the CC giants as well. And okay, hopefully we can get all of these giants in there. Come on, they're a little bit out of range. Alright, we're gonna have to drop it on that overall. Ooh, okay, so this is not going to plan exactly, but I think we'll be okay. We already got a ton of loot in the from the storages, which is pretty much almost all of it, but I do want a lot of these elixir collectors down here. I'm gonna wait for these. Okay, okay, I'm trying to look at what we can do here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a poison on this, and come on, can we take out the queen? Yes, we can. How's my queen doing? Ooh, okay, she's gonna, I don't know how this is going, guys, to be honest. There's just a lot going on. I just want to get these resources secured. I definitely think we can get these elixir collectors over here as well. And this is going to be golden. Alright, let's go ahead and put a couple archers over here. And boom, we're going to get all of those elixir collectors, which is amazing. And even though we had to use the Clank House troops, even though I didn't really want to, it doesn't matter. I would if you have access to them, I would bring them anyway. But regardless, this is a pretty big amount of loot and a slight chance for a 3-star. Not a very high chance, but a small one. We might see. It really just depends on if this archer tower, if this queen can clutch on this bomb tower. And who knows? Come on. Maybe. The archers are on the bottom. Boom. Alright, sweet. So that's actually going to be 3 stars. Way to finish it on a strong note. 5k Dark Elixir. That is huge. I really needed that. I'm going to be able to upgrade my queen for sure now. And I'm really just happy about that. Oh man, I'm just so happy. So boom, 3 stars. Really good loot. Really can't complain. Pretty much Town Hall 8 troops. But I did use Clan Castle troops. So not complaining. Boom, let's go. So that is going to be all for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm going to be able to upgrade my queen now, so that is amazing. So if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe, or if you just learned something, I'll catch you guys in the next one.